I'm begging you not to upvote this post. Don't upvote this. Don't reply. Every single interaction shifts my reality a little further, and I don't know what happens when there's nothing left to shift. I know how it sounds, but I'm not joking. I'm writing this because every time someone responds to me online, my apartment changes. Small at first. The couch cushion flipped. A mug rotated handle out instead of in. But now it's impossible to ignore. I should stop typing. I should stay offline entirely. But I'm terrified of forgetting. I'm terrified that if I stop documenting, the changes will become permanent, and no one will know. I need someone to know what's happening. That's why I'm posting. It started 2 weeks ago. A coworker texted me, okay, at 9:03 p.m. I checked my phone at 9:04, and when I glanced toward the kitchen, the clock was gone. Just gone. Screw holes in the wall where it hung, nothing else. It was at that moment that I made the connection of the odd changes possibly being connected with interaction with me via technology. I thought I was losing it. Curiosity made me test it. I made a throwaway account and asked strangers to comment. Every single reply shifted something. A picture frame rotated 45 degrees. A dining chair slid closer to the door. My toothbrush multiplied. Now there were 2 of them sitting in the holder. Both damp, both streaked with the exact same bit of toothpaste. That's when I stopped. Too risky. Then my girlfriend, Sam, started texting. Hundreds of messages over 2 hours. I know that's excessive, but we were already in a rocky place before all this happened. She hates when I don't respond right away. I know, kind of toxic, but that's another issue that I'm not worried about at the moment. I didn't respond. I couldn't. I knew if I opened any reply, anything she said could trigger another change. But ignoring her only made her panic, and the notifications kept piling up. When I finally braved my phone to silence the notifications, my apartment had transformed. The living room rug was draped across the ceiling, stretched taut and thin like a skin. It shouldn't have been able to stretch like that without ripping. The couch was flipped upside down, and the fridge had somehow moved into my bedroom, humming against the wall beside my bed. The outlet itself that the fridge was plugged into was stuck firmly into the side of my bed frame. I have no idea how it was even still running. The worst part was the faint sound of drawers slamming, again and again, even though every single one of them had stood wide open. She didn't know what she'd done. I never replied. I haven't told Sam. I can't. I can't risk her texts again. I haven't called my brother either. I want someone close to notice if I disappear, but I can't let them trigger more changes. I tried documenting the pattern. The changes aren't random. They depend on the volume and timing of the interactions. One comment by itself makes small shifts, but a flood of activity all at once causes reality to unravel faster. That's why Sam's barrage of messages nearly destroyed my apartment in one night. And it's not just objects anymore. Yesterday, after 3 upvotes on a test post, I walked into my bathroom and didn't recognize my reflection. It was me, but out of sync. Half a second behind my movements, grinning when I wasn't. I've started keeping a notebook, recording every interaction and every alteration, but the writing is changing too. Last night I opened the notebook and the ink from older entries had rearranged itself into a single sentence. Keep going. I don't know why I keep posting. Maybe I need proof. Maybe I need witnesses. Maybe it's a cry for help. But every comment, every upvote, every interaction accelerates the chaos. I could feel the apartment. No. The space around me reacting. Objects rearrange while I'm typing. My chair just scraped an inch across the floor on its own. I see Sam's notifications still coming through. 30 new messages. I can't answer. I can't risk it. I won't. My hands shake as I type. The light outside my window hums louder, pulsing in sync with my heartbeat. Though my apartment is on the 4th floor and no streetlight should be that close. I know it's coming. The longer I post, the more changes will occur. I don't know if the changes are permanent or if they're even bound to my apartment. I don't know if reality itself is starting to bend around me. But if I disappear tonight, if my reflection becomes someone else entirely, maybe you'll see this and understand. Maybe someone, somewhere, will see the warning. Please, whatever you do, don't reply. Don't upvote. Just read and remember. I checked my reflection one more time tonight, and it was smiling at me. I'm going to do everything in my power to make this a single post. I can't chance any more online presence. If things get too crazy and something happens that I have no choice but to tell the world, I might make an update. If things somehow calm down and all of this stops, I'll let you know too. In the meantime, please keep quiet on my posts. It could be harmful to the very fabric of our reality if you don't. Update. I shouldn't be writing again. I swore I wouldn't. But this morning proved I don't have a choice. The hallway outside my apartment isn't the same anymore. The exit sign at the end, the one I walked past every day for 2 years, now glows with 4 letters. Stay. The cover isn't bent or cracked. It looks like it's always said that. Like I've been the idiot reading it wrong this whole time. My neighbor's door is gone. Just gone. Smooth drywall where it should be. Like the building had sealed itself overnight. Yesterday I heard him yelling through the wall at his TV. Football, I think. Tonight, silence. When I pounded on the plaster, my knuckles didn't echo. They just stopped. Like the wall swallowed the sound. I've had more interaction than I had hoped from my experience that I have shared. Every interaction online seems to shake the apartment a little further. The bathroom mirror was on the floor when I woke up, propped neatly against the couch. Except the reflection didn't match. In the glass, the living room behind me looked normal. Furniture in place. No stacked chairs, no humming fridge in the wrong room. Just the way it used to be. When I moved to touch it, the reflection lagged half a second behind. The closet door opens to reveal a pile of objects I don't recognize. Yesterday it was jackets and shoes. Today it's 5 mismatched kitchen chairs stacked impossibly, like a tower. Sam messaged me again yesterday. What is happening? 3 words. I stared at them for 10 minutes, shaking, refusing to open the thread. The unread notification on my screen glowed like a warning light. I couldn't resist checking her socials, though. On Instagram, she posted a story of her cat climbing onto the counter. Cute. Normal. Except behind her, every single cabinet was upside down, nailed to the ceiling. Perfectly aligned, perfectly shut. She didn't notice. Nobody in her comments noticed either. I wanted to scream at her through the phone. I wanted to tell her to leave, to get out. But I didn't dare send a word. My brother tried calling last night. I didn't answer. His voicemail came through anyway. I pressed play. It wasn't his voice. It was mine. A whisper. Keep going. Because apparently, what I needed was a motivational speaker version of myself living in my brother's phone. Against every instinct in my body, I called him back. He picked up on the second ring. Hello? His voice was normal, sleepy, familiar. Don't text me. Don't call me, I said. Something's wrong. Every time someone reaches out, things change here. And now it's spreading. I saw it in Sam's apartment. I think you'll be next. He laughed, short and nervous. You sounded sane, man. I'm serious, I snapped. My neighbor's gone. His whole apartment is gone. Don't reach out again. Please. Just pretend I don't exist. A pause. Then, you need help. And then the line changed. His voice crackled, deepened, slowed down like a tape dragging. Keep posting. I hung up so hard I dropped the phone. I haven't called him back. The notebook I was using to track the changes is worthless now. The pages rewrite themselves overnight, ink spiraling into circles and symbols I don't recognize. They layer over each other until the paper looks burned. I tore one out last night and stuffed it in the trash. This morning, it was taped to my ceiling, directly above my bed. I didn't put it there. And unless I'm sleep floating like a goth Mary Poppins, I don't know who did. Even the small stupid things are getting worse. I left a plate in the sink. When I came back, it was stacked neatly with 3 identical plates, each with the same crumb in the same spot. My toothbrush is still multiplied, but instead of 2 perfectly used copies sitting side by side, tonight there were 9. At this rate, I'm going to have enough dental equipment to open a practice. The kitchen lights blink at odd intervals now, sometimes in staccato bursts like they're laughing at me. The microwave door refuses to close properly, and when it does, it clicks open on its own, like it's testing boundaries. Even the fridge seems to hum a little louder, vibrating in a rhythm I swear matches the number of new comments on my original post. The air smells wrong now, like melted plastic and iron. The shadows don't just bend anymore, they reach. I saw one stretch over my shoulder as I typed this, its hand-shaped smear hovering an inch above my keyboard. And yet, I can't stop writing. The pull is unbearable. It doesn't feel like I'm choosing to post anymore. It feels like the post is choosing me. Like the story is using me to spread. And judging by the comments and upvotes from my first post, the story seems hungry. And maybe that's the point. Maybe this isn't about my apartment at all. Maybe it's about dragging as many of you into it as possible. So, if your lights flicker tonight, if you catch your reflection lagging behind your own movements, or if you hear your voice whispering from the dark, don't say I didn't warn you. And for the love of God, don't interact. And that was I'm Begging You Not to Upvote This Post by Specific Brain 6752. That is a very specific brain. I mean, you've got like a proper number and everything, like a crazy identifier. Good name. Good name. Good name. This story, I mean, the title alone is what immediately drew me to it because I'm like, that's quite fun. I don't want to upvotes and stuff like that. It's a fun little idea for a story. I like the fact that it's we could draw ideas. We could draw ideas of what's going on, but there's no real confirmation of what's going on or anything like that. It's fun. It really can just play with your imagination, and it really. So for me, I'm getting vibes of like there's some kind of poltergeist activity because things are kind of moving, but then the duplication of stuff. Now that one I didn't quite have an answer for right away. Because if I'm honest with you, I still don't really know how we would. It's. I mean, it's not exactly cloning things, is it? Although I feel like if there were anything that I feel like we could potentially duplicate non-organic, not biological things. I feel like that's probably possible. It's just I wouldn't really know how I would explain it. Because it's not exactly tulpa activity. That's more like they kind of take on like a different forms and stuff like that. But it's more, well, it's more biological in nature compared to like a tulpa that becomes a toothbrush, right? Especially multiple. I don't know. If I'm honest with you, I don't really know how to explain it. I really don't. But I love that. I love not exactly knowing what's going on here. I'm clearly somebody's messing with them. This much I think we can all kind of agree on. There is some entity, some anomaly. There is, for all we know, maybe it's like a demon or something like that. That is confined this person to their space, almost like Silent Hill 4: The Room in a weird way. But I don't know, because the thing is, it doesn't make it sound like they couldn't leave. But I'm going to assume that they can't exactly live their life as normal, because it seems that whenever they respond to any kind of like posts or even like getting messages, anytime anything happens on their phone, or more likely any kind of social aspects, maybe social media or whatever, their apartment changes in some way, shape, or form. And sometimes it's minuscule, but the more notifications, the more things that come through, the bigger the changes can be. And so much so that it seems like his neighbor's apartment in its entirety has just disappeared. Which that's crazy, like that one for like, well, can you like, are you able to confirm that like their door isn't even there? Like, I would have liked a little bit more examination of certain things, just to be kind of on the safe side. I like the fact that they're documenting. I like the fact that they're sharing stuff. I like the fact that they feel like they're going crazy, but they have proof that they're not going crazy. There is just crazy stuff happening. It's all very good. Logic-wise, this is all very fun and great, and it's just concerning. Like, I know for me, I wouldn't so much be... I might be scared at first of, like, things moving on their own. Yeah, that'd probably be a scary thing to start with. But I feel like the longer it goes on and the more messing with me happens, I would just get more and more aggravated, right? And I think that's a good aspect, because it's kind of where I feel like they're going with a little bit of this, where they're just fed up. They're just fed up. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to handle the situation. They're just like, please leave me the fuck alone. I feel like I would end up doing the same if I couldn't figure out what to do or how to stop it or anything like that. Yeah, I completely get that. It's super good. It's super good. Really, really enjoyed it. Yeah, so like I said, things that it made me think about, well, obviously Silent Hill 4, The Room, being trapped in like a space, and it's not exactly a normal space. It kind of changes a little bit, you know. It's not normal, it's fun. I like the fact that they seem to be able to see these kind of changes through reflections. That's quite fun. That's quite fun. And I feel like I should have had something for this. I suppose it kind of brings me back to that Oculus movie, where like there's almost like an entire different world basically through the mirror. But I feel like that trope yet again has been brought up time and time again. I've probably even mentioned it quite a number of times. And it's always fun. It's always super fun knowing that it's almost like there's an entirely separate world behind the mirror. And in some cases it's reflection. In some cases it seems like it's completely different entirely. Really strange, not sure. I don't know. I'd love to know. I'd love to know what's going on. There's been some interesting comments as well, including the OP replying to some of these, and some of them are good questions. I think they're worth bringing up. So Chemical Threat asks, does this only apply to phone notifications, or is it computers and tablets too? And our specific brain says, I don't have a tablet, so I'm not sure, but it's very much happening with my laptop as well. In which case, it looks like it's not isolated to cell service. And Chemical Threat continues asking, do you use your own Wi-Fi or borrow from the creepy neighbor with ancient talismans on the door? Right? Excellent questions. Completely agree. But if there does end up being maybe more updates, I might keep my eyes open. Not gonna lie. It's very good. It's very good. Well, I have been Nate at Night. I have had a fantastic time, and I sure hope you have too. Thank you so much for your love and support, and we will, we'll see you for whatever's next. Take care out there. Shout out to these cool peeps. Seriously, we wouldn't have got this far without them. You're all amazing. I love you all so much. Honestly, tremendous work you do. Supporting the channel, keeping us afloat. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. You too could become a cool peep for just $1 a month. What that's going to get you is 2 weeks early access to future videos. It's also going to get you exclusive members-only content. And there might be extra goodies coming along the way. What can I say? I'm just charitable like that. Or you can become super cool. Now that's $5 a month, but what you're going to get out of that is all the perks from the previous tier, plus also 10% discount on future merchandise, and also access to my private Discord server with a fantastic little community that we have, where I plan on hosting monthly movie nights and also weekly casual hangouts. You can also show your support by tipping through either Super Chats, Super Thanks, both on YouTube, or through my streamlabs.com URL, which will be in the description of future videos below. Cheers for now, guys!